with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We are looking at some heavy snowfall across portions of northern Iowa here for tonight into the overnight. So we are looking at a first alert day for northern Iowa as well due to these concerns here with heavy snowfall. So expecting to see some impacts when it comes to road conditions here tonight into tomorrow. We've been seeing so far things manageable at this point in time, but expecting to see those road conditions continue to get worse here as the night continues. So again, alert day just for North Iowa. At this point in time, we have not included southern Minnesota in this first alert day here for tonight into early tomorrow morning. Winter weather advisory and the winter storm warning has been expanded a little bit further here into southern Minnesota, and some counties updated here tonight. National Weather Service putting Houston County, Wenatchee County, and Howard County into that, and including Chickasaw and Floyd County into that winter storm warning. Winter weather advisory in purple here. This has expanded further into Minnesota, including Fillmore and Winona counties here tonight, also including Mitchell County now into that alert that will be in effect until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for both counties, or both alerts, I should say. You can see as we zoom out here how expansive this winter storm is impacting central Iowa, extending into southern Wisconsin and even into portions of western Nebraska. Let's take a look here at your future track radar now. We are looking at pockets of heavy snowfall across northern Iowa, seeing some light snow showers into portions of Fillmore County, even stretching towards Winona County here this evening. We'll zoom in a little bit further here. You can see maybe mainly towards New Hampton, Iowa here, up towards Cresco, some pockets of heavy snowfall there. Moderate snowfall towards Charles City, back towards Sheffield, just south of Mason City here tonight. So Iowa, again, taking the brunt of this snowstorm this evening. Zooming further out, you can see how much more snow is yet to come. We won't see all of this, but the system will continue to move in a northeast direction. So still more snowfall on the way for tonight and into early tomorrow morning for North Iowa. We'll put things into motion here with Future Track, timing things out for the rest of tonight. We'll look to see more of that snowfall inching closer to the I-35 corridor. I think spots towards Winona County, maybe southern Olmsted County could be looking at maybe some light snow here for tonight. Rochester area, really not expecting anything in terms of accumulation. Maybe some flurries, some light snow showers. That's also possible towards the Albert Lee area. But again, kind of south of I-90 is where all of this snowfall will stay. That snow exiting by about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So the daytime hours on Friday looking pretty quiet for us here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. That trend continuing into this weekend. Looking at that snowfall forecast, I have to mention we have a tight cutoff, a sharp cutoff of snowfall totals here on the northern side of this system. Notice how just that sharp gradient here across the northern Iowa. So I think Decorah, Charles City area could be looking at 3 to 6 inches, maybe 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. Mason City looking towards about 1 to 3 inches. And as we look a little bit towards north of I-90, those totals getting less and less. So Rochester area, probably little to no accumulation is expected. I'll look at that 10-day forecast here. Temperatures settling into the 20s this weekend into early next week. We're back in the 30s by the middle of next week. Notice a pretty quiet stretch here once we get through tonight's wintry weather. So folks in North Iowa, use extra caution, allow for extra travel time. It probably will be a very messy commute tomorrow morning.
Let's hope everything stays calm.
Yes.
With meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We are tracking that rain chance outside here this evening as we check in with your future track radar. It's been pretty dry throughout much of today, and I think we get some dry air close to the surface. So those showers that moved through on radar earlier today, not making it to the ground. As we look outside here, we are starting to see some showers towards Albert Lee and a little bit further off to our southwest. So we'll gradually see more of that moving through southern Minnesota, northern Iowa here through the rest of this evening. Low pressure system off to our west still, so this will continue to push further east heading into tomorrow. And as that low makes its way through, we'll look to bring in some stronger winds for the area. So looking at those wind speeds and wind gusts currently, we're looking at winds gusting upwards of 25 to even about 35 miles per hour. So still expecting to see more of that wind on the way, especially tomorrow where we have this wind advisory in place. So all counties highlighted in tan, kind of riding along the Highway 52 corridor and Highway 14 corridor. So to the south, to the west, we have this advisory in effect from 9 o'clock tomorrow morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So during this time frame, we'll be looking at those winds gusting upwards upwards of 35 to 45 miles per hour across Rochester, Mason City, Albert Lee, Austin area. So again, strong winds across the board tomorrow. If you have garbage day tomorrow, keep an eye on that garbage can. Hopefully it doesn't float down into your neighbor's yard. But when it comes to those rain chances here tonight, I think we'll really start to see more of those showers picking up in the next hour or two here for the Rochester area. Next big thing heading into the area, we'll be watching those wind speeds, as I mentioned, but focus then shifting very quickly to Thursday night into Friday, where we track that chance for those rain showers and gradually transitioning to snow. So by Friday morning, we could be looking at some snow in the area. We'll use our model comparison here, Model 1 and Model 2 of our snow potential, where we could be picking up at least 2 inches of snowfall. We want to see that pink, that model agreement here. Much of southern Minnesota, northern Iowa could be looking at least 2 inches of snowfall. I think more of the broad area, maybe at least an inch or so. So still some fine tuning to do with this forecast, including where we could be seeing those heavier snow bands kind of setting up, and could that, how long that takes to transition from that wintry mix and that rain over to full snow, could that play a role in our final totals here when all is said and done by Friday? So more forecast tuning to be done here with that system. So 10-day forecast here at 10. We'll see things feeling much more like February here by the end of the week. Temperatures in the 20s. Chance for some snow back on the ground by Friday. Things looking much quieter heading into the weekend and next week.
We're going to have to enjoy the 50 degrees tomorrow before things come back down.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Sarah.
With meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
Road conditions remaining tough here still at this hour, maybe expecting to continue on as we move into that morning commute. So use some extra caution tomorrow. We'll slowly start to see these roads improving. Hopefully they're better by the morning commute, but just in case, we've seen a lot of areas north of I-90 and especially north of the Highway 14 corridor seeing partially to completely covered roadways with snow, slush, and even ice. So again, just use some extra travel time here heading into that morning commute. Here's a look at Highway 52 from Pine Island. You can see, you can make out the road there, but have been seeing traffic moving a little slower here this evening. And again, moving into these late night hours, not as many people on the road. So just kind of take it easy here. Hopefully those plows can get their jobs done. We're going to take a look now at Highway 14 near Rochester. Again, seeing some clearer roads on more of those major highways, but especially those county roads, lesser traveled roads, may still have some snow covered spots there heading into tonight. Looking at future track radar, we are still seeing some snow showers into portions of northern Goodhue County. Most of that activity, though, pushing further to the north towards the southern half of the metro. That's good news, as we won't see any more snow being added to those roads. Winter weather advisory has been extended for Goodhue and Steele counties here tonight until midnight. Other counties highlighted in purple also under that advisory until midnight as well. But Olmsted and Dodge County have been dropped from that. I want to zoom further out. So this is looking ahead to Thursday night's system. We've been seeing a gradual shift south throughout today on that storm track for Thursday night into Friday. National Weather Service in Des Moines issuing winter weather advisories for a good chunk of central Iowa, just south of the local viewing area here. You can see where it's dividing, just butting up right to our southern border here. So we are expecting to see some snow activity in portions of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. But I think with that shift further south, more of that concern for impacts staying just to our south. But we'll take a look here at that snow potential of seeing at least 2 inches of snowfall. Again, this model, a lot of the models have been trending further south. So we're looking at Model 1 right now, just kind of clipping southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. We'll overlay here with Model 2, which continues to keep the full viewing area under that potential of seeing at least 2 inches of snowfall. We want to see that pink. We want to see the alignment and the agreement of these models. And right now, a lot of that is showing kind of a line from Charles City up towards Preston, La Crosse, and again, towards a little bit further towards the east there. So areas between Waterloo, Decorah, Preston, Charles City, maybe having a better chance of seeing at least 2 inches of snowfall. So this is kind of that southern shift, and it's been staying on track here now with this most recent model run this evening. So starting to get a better handle on this change that we've been tracking here throughout today. So expecting to see some sort of measurable snowfall possible in the area here Thursday night into Friday. We should have a better handle and be able to give you some exact snowfall amounts by tomorrow morning. We'll look at temperatures cooling into the 20s here by Friday, extending into the weekend. Once we clear Friday, we'll look to see some quieter conditions settling in for the weekend and next week. Temperatures, you'll notice we do rebound back to the 30s by the middle of next week, maybe even a chance at a little 40 there by next weekend. So certainly a little quieter here once we clear the end of the work week.
All right. Thanks for tracking that all up for us.
We have been looking at some quieter weather here now for our Friday following some heavy snowfall across North Iowa. We gave you the first alert to that heavy snow in North Iowa last night and the only ones to do so. Now, as we give you a look here at those road conditions, things improving quite a bit. But I know this morning it was a tough one across North Iowa. We'll zoom in a bit here. You can still see portions of Fillmore County into western Houston County with partially covered roadways. Still across portions of North Iowa, a couple roads there that still have some completely covered roadways with that snow. So continue to use some extra caution if you are in that direction here tonight. I just have to show you, I'm impressed by all of these totals. The system really overproducing what we had forecasted, but over a foot of snow in Marble Rock, Fort Atkins, Decorah, everywhere. Just looking at a lot of heavy snowfall. Charles City, 9 inches of snowfall. Same for Caledonia. Cresco, about 8 inches. Mabel area, just shy of that 10-inch mark. Mason City, I have to note, you could see where that sharp cutoff was. We talked about this last night, the potential for sharp cutoffs with those snow totals on the northern side of this system. And as you saw on that total list of totals there, Mason City, downtown, an inch of snow. The southeast part of town, just over 4 inches of snowfall. So again, you can see where that heaviest snowfall really sat here in southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. The rest of tonight, skies much quieter. We are done with the snow for a little while. Quiet patterns setting in. Tonight, temperatures will be chilly back into those 20s. Winds still staying on the breezy side, but this weekend, overall dry here for the region. A little chilly, though. We'll see temperatures in the 20s for those highs, maybe even some teens. But next week, we'll see temperatures kind of fluctuating a bit more here. So we'll take a look at that weekend outlook. You can see temperatures holding into those teens and some low 20s for afternoon highs. Pretty much overcast, maybe more wind on the way for Sunday here. But at least it's quiet. So folks in North Iowa, far southeast Minnesota can continue to dig out here from this latest wintry system. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. You can see temperatures stay chilly through about Monday of next week, and then we quickly warm back into the 30s for high temperatures by Tuesday. Next week, looking to feature a little more sun and just a tad more warmth. Hey, maybe even a chance at some mid-40s there by the end of next week.
Just a little bit more patience. We'll be back where we just were a few days ago.
Yeah, it's definitely a reminder that winter's still here.
We're feeling it, Sarah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.